Thank you all for all that are joining in. As you join in, kindly like this live. It's gonna be a very short live, like 10 to 20 minutes. So So I just wanted to tell you, as I already told you yesterday, for the people that came to the live yesterday, our cold calling classes are back. They're gonna be on 24th and on the 25th of this month. And for the new people that are coming here, all we talk about on this platform is working remotely. That is, I specialize in cold calling, and sometimes I talk about on how to be a virtual assistant or run your own virtual assistant company sometimes, but not all the time. But most of the time we talk about cold calling, and cold calling is calling out clients with regards to a product or service. They might be aware of that product or they might not be aware of that product. So you can continue liking the live. So I think that I will tell you, all those that are here, head over to Kryptonite Outsourcing. So we have a page for Kryptonite Outsourcing on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and I posted a few jobs there that are available. And as you all know, Kryptonite Outsourcing pays $4 per hour. So those positions will be closed on date 15th. So head over to Kryptonite Outsourcing, apply for the open positions there, and I will love to see your resumes, and maybe I love to see you around, and do an interview for you before I present you to my client. So yep, you can ask any question with regards to cold calling. I don't know if I blocked the comment section today as well. I'm not sure. Yep. Hey Karen, hey good morning, 254. You can let me know if I've blocked the comment section. Let me just see if it's blocked. Is it? Today I'm not really feeling well today, so I don't even have the energy to get out of bed. That's why I just put a green screen and just to talk to you all, kwa sababu sina hiyo nguvu ya kutoka tanda, pia sina nguvu ya kufanya anything. Everyone else, head over to Kryptonite Outsourcing, apply for the open positions. They will be closed on date 15. So far, how many people have applied? I think like 21 have applied for the open positions that were there. I've looked at some resumes. They were not really bad, they were okay, but then again, if you are in this cold calling industry, when you are sending out your application, you just don't send out the CV. You send out your CV, your cover letter, which majority of people are doing, your intro script, especially for the people that I don't have the intro script, ama sijaichukua video zao, ama I don't even know how you speak. So it's important that you send out an intro script. Apart from an intro script, there's another important thing that you do need to send out is a screenshot of your internet speed and a screenshot of your computer specs. However, I feel like that is not important, because when we will be doing the interview again, I will be doing a live what is it called? You'll be running your speed test as I see your interview, and I won't be alone in that interview going forward, because I got an HR who will be doing that for me, or for Kryptonite Outsourcing. So yep, everyone head over to Kryptonite Outsourcing, apply for the roles that are there, How did you put the background or the green screen that is going? True Facts, how are you? True is such a genius. True, by the way, I'm searching for you vibaya sana, so that you can help me learn SEO. Not only SEO, I just want you to maybe because I know you do things with web, IT, and all that. You can help me optimize my, what is it called? Optimize my website. Yeah, I'm searching for that. So how did I put this green screen? Everyone, if you have more than 1,000 followers, definitely you can. If you have 1,000 followers, you can definitely do what? You can put a green screen. So when you're going live, kuna hiyo part ya effects. You click on the effects part, then it will ask you to do a green screen. There are multiple green screen. You need to have a photo first, or maybe a template of what you need to show. Then probably you can I can do a video of that after this. But that is not the content that I do. So leo tuko hapa, we are talking about working remotely, and that is what we always talk about, cold calling and all that. So I'm just here to tell people, head over to Kryptonite Outsourcing. There are open positions there. You know, Kryptonite Outsourcing pays $4 per hour. You have to work 8 hours. You need to work full time. That is 8 hours. Tunaweza endelea kulike live. That is 8 hours, 40 hours a week. So do the video itasaidia. Okay, I will just do a screen what is it called, a screen I will screen do what, record. I will screen record, then put it on TikTok. Then it idea for the people that want to go on live and don't want to put the, you sound so sick. I'm so sick, by the way. I am terribly, I don't know if I just have COVID ama ni homa tu ya kawaida, because honestly I've had like a whole dose of, okay, nowadays Flugon, for the people that don't know, Flugon imetoka imeisha kwa market, yani imeisha. It was banned in the market, so we don't take Flugon anymore. There is no Flugon in the market anymore. So there is new medication, sijui inaitwa nini, and it's not even quoted. It's a terrible medication. I am not lying to you. It's the most terrible medication. In a test almost ka Flagyl. If you've ever taken Flagyl, it's for homa. So I've taken a whole pack of that. Yesterday I was doing really, really okay, but today, where it's like I'm gonna start a whole dose again. But then again, I don't want to put myself through medication, and I've already finished the whole dose. So what I'm gonna do for myself is go maybe get checked properly. Inaweza kuwa nina treat homa, and maybe it's just something else that I don't know. So yeah. Buy Celestamine. I think I'll buy Celestamine. I think then I'll buy usizoe, itakuwa ineffective. I think then I will try Celestamine so that it can calm me down for today. Then I'll go forward. So all I was just telling people is head over to Kryptonite Outsourcing. We have open vacancies. They will be closed on date 15. Today is, I don't know today is which date. So yeah, we have open vacancies. You can apply for the open vacancies. For everyone who's not in the cold calling community, kwa sababu najua kuna watu wenye mko kwa cold calling community. For everyone who's not in the cold calling community, when you're applying for the roles to Kryptonite, we do expect you to send in your cover letter. We do expect you to send in your cover. Apart from your cover letter, we do expect you to send in your a screenshot of your computer specs, a screenshot of your internet speed, and lastly, an intro script of yourself. You can do a video recording, but I prefer you do a audio recording via Vocaroo. So those are the things that I expect you to be sending out to Kryptonite. Okay, I will counter check before I definitely share it out with the HR. So those are the things I expect you to be in. So, and follow Kryptonite outsourcing. It's very, very important. And in this platform, we talk about cold calling, and cold calling is calling out clients with regards to a product. They might be aware of that product, or they might not be aware of that product. And just to let you know, anyone that wants to get into the cold calling community or wants to get into the cold calling field and start working remote, and you don't know where to begin from, I have the classes are back, but they will be on the 24th and the 25th. As you know, I usually have 2 sessions. The first session, we talk about introduction to cold calling. Then we get into the backbone of cold calling. Then we talk about the CV. Apart from that, we get into the second session the next day, which takes 2 hours. We talk about how do you ace your interview in the cold calling industry, or how do you ace your interview in that will actually help you going forward in every other interview. Then we talk about how do you negotiate for higher pay, especially in this cold calling industry. You find out that people honestly do like what is it called, people do like pay like $4, but you can't get paid more because there are people that get paid more. So you can negotiate for higher pay if you have the skills and the years of experience. So we talk about that in class. Then I briefly touch about how do you do Upwork and LinkedIn. Especially Upwork is a good place to get jobs, but for cold calling I wouldn't advise. But either way, I show you how do you get jobs on Upwork and how do you search out the jobs that are good for you in Upwork. Then I do the LinkedIn optimization in class. You learn on how to optimize your LinkedIn, how to make your LinkedIn. Majority of the recruiters wataenda kuku headhunt on LinkedIn, so they would want to see how they would want to you definitely have to optimize your LinkedIn so that when a recruiter is searching for someone, maybe a cold caller or maybe a finance analyst, so that they can discover you very fast. Ni kama optimizing your website so that when someone is searching it out, anapata your website very fast. So yeah, we do that in class as well. And then we finish off by where do you get these jobs in a timely manner. Apart from majority of people know, I really advocate for Facebook groups as the best place to get the jobs. Apart from that, there are other spaces where you can get these jobs, but some of the groups that you can get into so that you can start looking out for these jobs is some groups like cold callers and closers. We can continue liking the live. We can continue liking the live people so that we can attract more people to come in. But I won't be here for so long because I don't have the energy and I'm not feeling really well. So someone is asking here, how is 24/7 VA interview? It's not bad, honestly. If you already know how to do if you're already prepared on the interview, they will ask you the common questions, and the common question is always tell me about yourself. Then they will ask you the experience depending on the role that you are going in for. Maybe if it's administrator, they will ask you how, with your experience, how is it going to help you in the role that you are in as an administrator and all that. So they will ask you a few questions that are regarding to that role, but it's not a tough interview. I think it's a 2-stage interview, so don't be worried. It's not really tough, so prepare for the normal questions. Apart from that, and the thing is, if you're getting into CSR, if it's a CSR role or cold calling or a thing that you will have to speak to clients, you will have to prepare for a mock call. A mock call, mnaonanga kama zile mock exams zenye tulikuwa tunafanya. So you have to prepare a call venye ineza. There are calls that I recorded yesterday while I was working. And for the people that don't know, I am a cold caller, and I work as a cold caller. There are calls that I recorded yesterday as I was working. So I will be sharing them on my TikTok page today. I'm not sure if I will share them today, but I will share them. Yeah. How much do they pay? I don't know how much they pay, honestly, but I'm not sure. I can't lie to you, but I know from from the interviews zenye watu wa cold calling community wamefanya from 24/7 VA, but I don't know how much they pay. But just to tell you, I remember kitambo when we used to go to on live Zawili, there's a girl that came and said that she got paid $15 per hour on 24/7 VA. She got a Canadian and she was doing administrative work for them and got paid $15. So I'm not sure how much they pay, honestly. I can't lie to you. So, yep. So that is it. And for the people that are here, just to remind you, on Friday, this Friday, I've not sent out the link. On Friday, we will be having a class. It's a free class. It's a free training. It's a free thing that we will talk about, basically the CV. And we will not talk about in terms of cold calling. I will try to limit myself in terms of cold calling and talk about CV in general. So we will talk about how do you make your CV? What is expected of you in the CV? Then prepare your questions with regards to the CV. That class will be on, I'm seeing to make it on Friday. It's going to be on Friday because we unanimously agreed yesterday that class is going to be on Friday. On Friday at what time? I will do it at around 8 p.m. but I'm saying 9 p.m. will be a good time. Ndo 9 p.m. to around 10 ndo watu wa kwenda out mwende tu out. Friday at what time? I'm just looking at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. depending venye mtajisikia, mnaweza niambia either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. That class is basically for CV, especially for the people, and I expect questions I expect more questions from people that have been applying jobs. Wenye wametengeneza CV, mmekuwa mkiapply jobs na ampati roles ama ampati feedback. I expect like all the questions from you. Of course, I will show you how to go. For the beginners, I will show you how to do your CV properly. Then we will take the questions. But I feel like I need to take the questions before I start the CV class so that it can give me the sense of direction of what are people expecting. Or just a question. When will revise? How do we register? Sweetheart, email the Anne. So I have a group that is for VAs. I have a VA group. I'll send it there. For the private group, definitely I send it there. For the public group, what is it called? We have a Telegram group that is public. It's called Cold Calling Jobs Sweeney. Cold Calling Jobs Sweeney. So hapo ndo nitatuma link. Itakuwa to open for everyone. That nini will be open for everyone. Sunshine, good morning, Sunshine. Sometimes I saw your comment on the video that I made. And I expect, sijui utani inbox tu ukaniambia kajina kako. Ndo, unajua unaona wale wase wenye wamekuwa na wewe for so long and they're not getting jobs. I would wish to push you to the client. Ndo, at least ukwen na like, usigo through the hard part of going through the interview and all that, wanakuachia kwa interview. At least uende uko mbele kwa client. Pengine hata ukifail kwa client tutajua what the problem is. Usifail hapa before. So ni inbox tu kajina kako so that I be on the lookout on the CV that you send out and I rectify you before you nini. That is for Sunshine only. So even me, push for me. Mwihaki Njoroge. Oh, I'm not sure, but let me push for Sunshine this time round, then I will push for everyone else after. So for the admin role kuna wase wenye washaniambia already I push for them. So I have like 3 people on nini wenye wanangojea. So I hopefully once we finish this phase, when we get another recruiter, I'll push for you without hizo nini za kuteseka sana. So yeah, so people, what let me just ask a question. I know some majority of the people will be coming to that for that class on Friday. What are some of the things that you would want me to capture on that particular day? Because Mimi, let me tell you the course outline I've thought in my head. Ndo mniambie the things that you would want me to include. As well, I will consult with one of the HR that is doing the hiring, ndakuje pia awaongeleshe, but sijui kama the 1 hour will be enough for everyone else. So just a question, just to tell you the course outline the way I figured it out. I'm seeing on Friday to do that course outline in terms of, first of all, I will take maybe the questions. Okay, but let me just, yeah, I will teach on how to do your CV from scratch in that class. I'm thinking of doing that. Do your CV from scratch. Apart from doing your CV from scratch, just the normal way, the normal templates that anyone can do. Then I show you on the software that you can use to optimize your CV. The software that you can use to optimize your CV. We can use that software in class, ndo muone venye nikishatengeneza CV, the makosa yenye itakuwa imenitoa, then we do it in class together so that you see how do we do the CV and all that. And another thing that I would wish to capture on there is, after optimize CV yako and all that, what are some of the things, then I take maybe questions, especially questions with, sometimes your CV doesn't look like your LinkedIn and all that. But just for you, nyinyi ndo mko kwa ground na nyinyi ndo tuko kwa job hunting phase or whatever, what are some of the things that you would wish me to capture on that CV? Have you ever done portfolio? I remember you were teachers portfolio, then ikapotea. I've taught portfolio like 3 times. Yeah. I've taught portfolio about 3 times. But then again, would you wish, but you could capture on portfolio only. Portfolio is a whole thing that I can do by itself as well. So I can teach you the portfolio maybe. Then if I will just be okay and on Saturday I won't be doing anything, I can do maybe the CV on Friday. Then we can do the portfolio on, because portfolio and CV is somehow related. If you are making, what is it called? If you are doing, if you are applying for roles, they are somehow related. But if it's someone that is an independent contractor in terms of you are running your own company, your portfolio is totally different from someone that is job hunting and all that. So just a question, what are some of the things that you would want me to capture on that Friday class? That class is purely for CV. What are some of the questions that you would want me to research before I get to that class? Or what are some of the things that you would want me to capture on that class? But portfolio and, what is it called? Portfolio and CV, they are almost related. But teaching on the portfolio only will require another 1 hour of your time. So I'm figuring out I can do the portfolio separately, then I do the CV separately. That way it will help you. And for anyone that wants to create their portfolio, it's better if you want to learn on how to create your portfolio as a virtual assistant, it's better that you start with the CV class, which it will help you in knowing the nitty-gritties that you will add to your portfolio that will make your portfolio stand out as an. So kama job aina job requirements, how do we tailor CVs to have keywords zitafanya ikue ATS friendly? So Savannah Sunshine, let me just answer this here, then I will answer it again uko mbele. If you see, for example, unaona job tu inasema inataka maybe cold caller ama inataka administrator. There are roles of an administrator that cut across in every industry. So there are words, or let's say like someone in cold calling. If they want a cold caller, but you don't know if they want a cold caller in medical fields, real estate, and all that, they are general requirements, or they are general qualification that cut across in as a cold caller, for you to be a cold caller in every industry. So those are the things that you search up. You can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give you the requirements, or the, what is it called, the skills or the requirements that are required for someone to be a cold caller. So I'm at the job description of a cold caller. Hiyo job description of a cold caller from ChatGPT itakupatia some keywords. Something like lead generation will come up. Something like appointment setting will come up. Those are some of the keywords that can be found in the cold calling industry. So if you run that job description against your CV, it will give you some of the things that you do need to add, or some of the things that you do need to remove from your CV. So that is how you do it. You go to ChatGPT or any other website that will give you the keywords that are required. Especially, let's say someone in customer service, the keywords in customer service ni kama customer support, inbound calls. Apart from that, there are some few words that are used in customer service. So keywords. So those are the, you run the job description against your CV. And I will show you that in class on how you do that with an applicant tracking system. New here, what is the website and what are you teaching right now? So user 96. So what we talk about here mostly is we talk about cold calling, and cold calling is calling out clients with regards to a product or service. They might be aware of that product or they might not be aware. So that is what cold calling is. And there are a lot of roles in the cold calling industry, like lead generation, appointment setting. There is so much that you can do with cold calling skills. So that is what I teach, and the classes are back. So I will be having those classes on 24th and 25th. For the new people, and for the old people, per session is 1,000 bob. But before then, because we've created a cold calling community and people are telling me that they've gone through the sessions and have not gotten the job, and I decided to do a CV class. That is a free class. Anyone can join. It's going to be on Friday. We've not decided on the time, but it's going to be around 8 p.m. or maybe 9 p.m. East African time. We will talk about the CV majorly. People have suggested, I was asking people to suggest things that they would want to see on that CV thing. So yeah, on that CV class. So that is what we were talking about here on this platform. Is Kryptonite hiring currently for those who have done training? Yes, Kryptonite is hiring, and head over to Kryptonite. There are open roles there, and they are we're closing them on date 15th. For the people that had already applied, that is why we've not given you feedback, because we want more people to apply until date 15. That's when we'll start giving feedback, and I think I'll present them to the client later on after date 15. How do you handle both how to handle both on cloud workers and e-moderators? That is chat moderator jobs, and I don't mostly talk about chat moderator jobs. Ninaziguzianga tu, but I don't mostly talk about chat moderator jobs. So that is not something that honestly I would search in that CV class. So okay, Upwork. I think yes, portfolio is something you can teach too. Okay, I think then for the new people that are here, we are talking about the class that we're gonna have on Friday. It will be a CV writing class, or what is expected of you in the CV class. So that class will be free to anyone. If you in the Telegram group, the Telegram group is a public group. It's called Cold Calling Jobs Sweeney. Cold Calling Jobs Sweeney. I don't post much there, but I'll be posting the link there. So if you've not headed over to Cold Calling Jobs Sweeney, head over there. I will be posting the link to the free class there. That class we will talk about CV writing mostly, and I've not seen some of the questions that you would want me to tackle in that class. If you have questions that you want me to tackle, especially in the CV part, CV only, because that will be a CV only class. If you have something that you would want me to touch on, you can just write it here, then we will Yeah. So I have downloaded Text Plus and gotten a number. How do I link it to WhatsApp? And I already have one. Normal WhatsApp and a business WhatsApp. If you have a normal WhatsApp and a business WhatsApp already set up, then I don't know how you can link it there. But what I can tell you is download another WhatsApp, maybe WhatsApp GB. Then open a whole new WhatsApp. Yenye you go through the normal process of signing up to WhatsApp. Yeah, that's how you go through it with the same number. The good thing with Text Plus is keep checking your Text Plus. It calculated the message for confirmation. Then you can link it up to whatever. So yeah, there's that. Please head over to Kryptonite Outsourcing. We have a Telegram. Sorry, we have a TikTok page. We have a Facebook page. We have head over to those spaces. We have jobs that are coming up. But if you're applying for, let me just tell you, if you're applying for admin role, for the meantime, the admin role right now, I already have people that I think they are really suitable for that role. So for the admin role, if you apply for it, the chances of you getting it will be very minimal. But there are other roles that are open at Kryptonite. We have cold caller, we have the sales rep, they want a marketing manager and all that. So yep. Any questions that you would want me to tackle, or anything that you would want me to tackle in the CV writing class? Is there any questions that you would want me to tackle on Friday in the CV writing class? Okay, I'll go through my normal, the what is it called? I'll go through the course outline that I've figured out, or the course outline that I've thought is gonna be of help to everyone. So yep. If there's not any other question, all I can ask you is head over to Kryptonite, apply for the roles that are there. If there's no question, in this platform we talk about cold calling, and cold calling is calling out clients with regards to a product or service. They might be aware of that product or they might not be aware of that product. For the new people that are here and you'd want to get into the cold calling field, I have classes for you that are coming up on the 24th and the 25th of this month. Per session is 1,000 bob, and what we tackle there is, first of all, we talk about introduction to cold calling. Then we talk about the backbone of cold calling, which is actually CSR, but cold calling and CSR is different. We talk about the backbone of cold calling. Then we talk about the CV writing. But when I'm touching on cold calling, I won't extensively touch on the CV writing as I would touch it on when I'm doing the CV class alone. So you better come to the CV writing class so that you have that knowledge before we even get to the cold calling class. Okay, another thing that we touch on the second session is how to negotiate for higher pay. Apart from that, we talk about how do you ace your interview as a cold caller or someone that is aspiring to be in the cold calling field. Then we briefly talk about Upwork, optimizing Upwork and optimizing LinkedIn so that you can be getting these roles. And I talk about LinkedIn. And what I would wish to talk about on Saturday, if I will have the time, but I'll communicate. On Saturday, I will wish to talk about the portfolio because it's been asked for here. I will wish to talk about majorly the portfolio, then I talk about LinkedIn because I can talk about the portfolio for like 30 minutes, then talk about LinkedIn later. So we can talk about that. We can talk about LinkedIn and Upwork. We talk about LinkedIn and Upwork in that class. Then we finish off by where do you get these jobs in a timely manner, the places that you can get these jobs. Just to mention them, you can get these jobs on talentpop.com. You can get these jobs on Dynamite Jobs. You can get these jobs on Upwork, LinkedIn, Facebook groups that are related to cold calling. You can get these jobs on TikTok. On TikTok, how do you search for these jobs on TikTok? Go to your search bar, search for cold calling jobs. You will definitely see jobs pop up. or you can even search for virtual, but those are jobs in CSR field. So CSR is customer service relations representative, sorry. So you can just do what? You can just check them up on Nini. What is it called? You can search on the search bar. Itakuletea, you search virtual call center jobs. Itakuletea watu wote wenye wana hire CSR jobs. So I was thinking okay, let me just read a few here. Would you advise that when writing a CV, you quantify your achievement? It's better you quantify your achievement. Sometimes it's good to quantify your achievement if you are working, especially in roles that you can measure the quantity, that you have KPIs that you are hitting, like targets that you are hitting. It's very important that you quantify, especially let's say if you've worked in debt as a debt collector and you want to get into maybe debt collection, to be a cold caller in the debt collection field. You can always quantify and say maybe you are hitting your targets by, maybe if your targets were $10,000 per month, you can always say you are hitting your targets by surpassing. Your targets were maybe 10,000 and you are hitting 12, you are getting maybe $12,000. So it's good to quantify, because once you quantify in your CV and someone hires you, they will definitely want to see how much are you gonna achieve on that. So it's very good to quantify, because first of all, if you start writing numbers there, in terms of numbers, maybe they will always what is it called? People, especially hiring managers, want to see the numbers more, like what can you achieve as an individual, rather than I was achieving this by just word of mouth. So yeah, it's good to quantify. Hey, I was thinking is how to send those email jobs after uko na CV poa, then hapo kusend. So, one thing I would tell you is when you are sending out your cover letter, wacha niwaambie kwanza, mimi sijui tu how you were told to send the cover letter. Cover letter is not a document that you do cover letter kando, then you make the document hapo kando, ati unaenda kuiattach. You don't do that. The cover letter is the body of your application. A cover letter is the body of your application. So when you write, you just write it down and all that. You don't attach it as a document. That is the cover letter. Then what you attach is your CV. A CV is what you attach. Then if you are attaching an intro script, you can attach as well an intro script. You can attach as well what is it called? A screenshot of your computer specs, a screenshot of your internet speed. But don't send a blank email yenye umeattach cover letter, umeattach nini. A cover letter is the body of your message, of your email that you're sending to a hiring manager. Even beginners can join the class. Yeah, it's a free, we have a free class for CV. Yes, you can join. It's for everyone to join if you want. Hey, where are we sending the application? So the good thing about the jobs at Kryptonite, you're not sending out everything else. There's a link there. I don't know if I can show you, but there's a link there. Kuna kitu imeandikwa hapo link, on that poster there's a thing that is HTTPS. There's a link there that you can send, what is it called? There's a link there. On that link, that is when inakuuliza a few questions, talk about yourself. Of course, it will ask you to send an intro script of yourself and to attach an intro script. Then I think it is asking you to attach your document, something like that. So you don't have to send it to an email. There's a link there. That link is what you fill in normally, and you are not expected in the intro script. You are not expected to do an experience of maybe your past experience and all that. You can do just the normal intro script. Then you can just do the normal intro script. ama kama ulikuwa ushafanya intro script kitambo, that's what you attach. You don't need to make a new intro script for that job. The reason why we are asking people to do the intro script is we just want to listen to how you talk, so that it's easy for us to know, are we gonna send you to our client ama yeah. So kwa Kryptonite outsourcing ama page yangu haina anything. Page yangu iko na random jobs from recruiters I know. It's page ya Kryptonite. It's the last thing that is posted on Kryptonite outsourcing. Can you apply more than one job? I don't advise you to apply more than one job. Just look at the jobs that are available. See the one that you have the greatest strength, then apply for that. Don't apply for everything. Thank you for all those that are following me. I appreciate that. So yeah, Almond, even beginners can join, and I would love to see you on the Friday class. I will share out the link on the VA community. I'll share out the link in the cold calling community. I will share out the link in the cold calling Job Sweeney Telegram. So it will be open for everyone. Come ready to learn on how to make your CV. I will consult with an HR. Kama ataniuliza pesa, sure, kweni tu sure mi ndo nitakuwa hapo. But kama ataniuliza pesa na naweza taka kuongelesha, either way, nita-invite tu msee akuja aongeleshe in terms of the CV and all that. And as a beginner, which job would you recommend? I don't want to. Let me tell you a thing. Let me give you a story of when was it? I think it was on Saturday, maybe. I can't remember when it was. But someone was talking to me. No, someone asked in a general group, can someone, if you know a job opening, can you kindly recommend me to that job opening? Or can you kindly tell me so that I can apply? I inboxed that person and asked them, what experience do you have? What experience do you have? And the next question that person asked me is, which job do you have to offer? Ndo nikwambie experience yenye niko nayo, kwa sababu niko na experience mingi. I used to do that when I started job hunting. I used to do that. I used to say I can do any job, or I can be recommended for any job. But as I've grown older in this working remotely, maybe as I've grown older in the corporate roles, I've realized, especially the hiring manager or someone that is outsourcing people, they don't want people that can be the jack of all trades. They want someone that is specific and that knows what they would want to do. All the jobs you need the similar skill, but which one are you proficient in kabisa? So when someone is asking you, anakwambia ati kuna 17 roles in the company, maybe look at the one that you have the biggest strength, and if you sit down and write down the skills that you have, the one that you think you can deliver the most, then apply for that role. Don't be the jack of all trades. First of all, people will think you're not credible enough or you can't deliver. That's why you don't know which field that you want to get into. So I think I will tell you, Mary Kavi, thank you so much for sending me these things. I don't know what they're called. So when you are applying for a role, or when someone is asking you to maybe which experience do you have, you would rather say, I have administrative experience, I've worked as a virtual assistant, I've worked as a cold caller and all that. Then maybe after that, they will do a follow-up question of which is your greatest strength, and maybe then they can recommend you for that role. But then again, when someone is asking you about a job, or maybe is asking you to present your CV, and you're saying which jobs do you have, maybe you want to apply for all of them, that is not right. Just check the ones that you have the most strength, then apply for those, and do roles that are similar to you. For example, kama umefanya medical, let's say you have medical experience, you can be a cold caller in the medical field. You can be a cold caller in something that is related to the thing that you already have. Don't Don't see a project management job, then you want to do it. Don't see a project, let's say maybe a finance job, then you want to apply for it. It's good to be ambitious, but don't be too over ambitious. So, but the good thing, and a thing that I will tell people, or the thing that I've learned over time is, when you are in this industry, even if you don't have experience, lie in your CV, imagine. Danganya tu, chocha tu, that you have experience. And one thing I tell people is, when you, hata kama umeuza mandazi, umekuwa ukiwork na clients, definitely umework na clients in the food industry. Jua hivyo, hata kama umekuwa ukiuza mandazi, umekuwa ukishona manguo zako 2-3 huko, you've worked with customers in the textile industry. So just know how to chocha in your CV, because you go out here, majority of the people want you to have 17 years of experience. And guess what, baby girl? All you've been doing ni kuuza kwa duka yako, and now you want to move to a different chocha tu. And a thing is, have a very good referee. Have a referee that can vouch for you. Have someone that is in corporate. First of all, have one person that in, because majority of the companies ask you like 3 referees, the ones that are serious. Have someone that is working in corporate roles, maybe who's a senior. Mtu mwenye maybe kama wewe unataka maybe administrative job, mtu mwenye maybe ni senior administrator, something like that. Have their contact, make them friends, so that you can be writing them as your referees from time to time. Another person is, have a family member that can vouch for you, either family or a friend that can vouch for you. And lastly, have someone that you've worked in the similar field, someone that is an equal to you. Either you worked with them kitambo and all that. So when someone is asking you to provide referees, maybe 3 referees, they want someone that is senior, someone that you've worked with on the same level, and they want someone that can vouch for you, who's a family member or who's a friend. That's why they ask for 3 referees, if they ask for 3. But if they're asking for 2, they just want someone that is senior than you, or someone you worked on the similar part with them. So as you talk about the CV and resume is different. You can add on the cover letter. Can I add on the cover letter? You want me to talk about the cover letter, or the things that you need to include on the cover letter? Let me tell you the difference between a CV, a resume, and a resume. You know, a CV has all the nonsense about you. CV has everything that you've ever done in your life. That is the CV. A resume is just a shorter form of your CV, of the relevant details that are required by the recruiter. That is the resume. CV has everything. A resume is just a short form of it. And whatever that I keep teaching people is, when you're sending to a particular role, especially if it's if it's an individual role, let's say if it's a cold caller role, send out a resume. Either way, we sometimes use CV and resume at the same time. Send out your resume. But when you are going for a managerial position, maybe you have leadership skills, you've worked in different fields, that's when you send out your CV that has everything, when you are doing sales, when you are doing nini, when you are doing whatever. But hata kama you're going for a leadership role, a thing I would tell you is, your CV or your resume should not be more than 2 pages. Nilikuwa napita hapa kwa nini? Okay, nimeongea na HR wengi. Nilikuwa napita hapa kwa TikTok. Of course utapatana tu na ma live zingine. So this person was saying how his CV is like 17 pages. I'm like, bro, are you joking? Why is your CV 17 pages? You are joking. Okay, I didn't say that, but I commented down there, and they said, "Sir, stop misguiding people." It was a sir, stop misleading people in terms of how they make their CV and in terms of how they make their resume. Who in this green earth, who's a recruiter, is gonna look through a 17 page CV? if you cannot demonstrate that you are competent for the role in in 1 page or 2 pages. So Merikavi, mi sijui kama umeniekea hivi sauti yangu ni poa, but ninaugua proper. Ninaugua proper. Yes, talk about the cover letter. Alafu cover letter, hata kama hujaambiwa utume, you just include it. Sunshine. Cover letter, it's the body of your application. The cover letter is the body of your application. So, either way, if someone has asked you for the cover letter or not, you have to include it. How do you introduce yourself? Cover letter ni kama kiproposal, kimpango. And cover letter, and another thing I've noticed is, of course nikiwafunzanga kwa class, ama nikifunza wase kwa class about the cover letter, nasemanga to go to ChatGPT, you can ask ChatGPT to give you the cover letter and all that. I do that. But I don't expect people to go to ChatGPT and shoplift the cover letter from there. You need to shoplift, lift the entire cover letter. No, you don't do that. You paraphrase it. Like, paraphrase it out. Make it make sense to you. Like, it should be your style. It should be speaking about you. It should speak in your cover letter. It shows your past experience. In the second, what is it called? In the second paragraph of your cover letter, it should show the past experience that you have and the experience that how you're gonna help your client achieve the things. Not only your clients, how you're gonna help the company achieve the skills that they have. Then finish it off. Don't write a 3-page cover letter. A cover letter should be like max 4 paragraphs. And the last paragraph is like a sentence of you look forward to working with them. So, okay, I will include the cover letter. I think then I will do in details the cover letter and the CV on how it should be on Friday, so that everyone gains from that class. You know how to make your cover letter in terms of, okay, this time round sitasema ati tutoe ChatGPT tufanye nini. We will think of a cover letter in class with you, ndo ikue easier for you, tusikue tunafikiria from ChatGPT, tuna lift everything from kwa nini. Because when I say you take it from ChatGPT or you go online and do, people do that exactly. So sitaki mfanye hivyo exactly. Ati ulidhani ni sauti ya kazi. Nitawawekea ka video hapo. Jana nilikuwa nafanya kazi. Bale jana nililogin nikafanya kazi. Nitawawekea hapo video yenye nilikuwa najirecord nikifanya kazi. I wasn't homa inani slap. Karibu inanipiga huko kwa kona ninakufa. But sauti ya kazi iko almost kama hii. So msiwari. Sauti ya kazi inakuanga almost kama hii. But hiyo inakuanga assertive. Sai ninaongea ka nimechoka. But that is an assertive voice and all that when you are speaking to clients on phone. So, yeah, I think then now that the cover letter has come up, we will talk briefly about the cover letter, then we'll talk about the CV. Then apart from the CV, we will finish it off by the CV. Because the CV na cover letter for that Friday class. Hivyo tu. Then, yep. So, look out on the link. Nitatuma hiyo link on... Leo ni lini. Like, I've lost even track of time. My God. Leo sijui ni siku gani, but before Friday nitakuwa nimecome back to my senses. So nitatuma hiyo link on the Telegram group ile ya cold calling jobs Sweeney, and I will send the link on the cold calling community WhatsApp, then I'll send the link on the VA community on WhatsApp as well. So yep, leo it's Wednesday. Okay, so I will send it by tomorrow. I'll send it tomorrow so that we can learn together. Yep. So that is it. For the new people that are coming here in this platform, we talk about cold calling, and the cold calling classes are back. We will be having those classes on the 24th and the 25th. If you wish to be part of that class, the link is on the bio, and the class is called Cold Calling Community. Cold Calling Masterclass. And how do we join the groups? The cold calling community is a private group. The Telegram, there is a Cold Calling Job Sweeney on the Telegram. On Telegram is an open group. It's a public channel. It's called Cold Calling Job Sweeney. You can search it out on Telegram. Then the VA community, I think it's public as well, but I don't know venye ninaweza ingisha mtu. If I don't have your number, siwezi kuingisha. So hapana, tujazoea hiyo sauti. She always so jovial. Lakini nitakuwa tu sawa. Nikifika Friday class, tutakuwa tu sawa, tutakuwa tumegain energy hopefully. Wacha tu niamke niende usi. Unajua sometimes, wacha niwaambie wenyewe wasi. Sometimes unakuanga umejoke tu hivi, halafu unajipata ushakufa. Okay, sijui mtu mwenye alijoke hivyo na akakufa. But then again, sometimes you have like a terrible headache and you just sit there and say utapona, then you don't pona. Then you find maybe it's an underlying condition that you're dealing with, or you have. Because clearly, my good people, why would I finish a whole pack of dawa za homa? Dawa za homa za siku hizi sijui zinaitwa aje. Flugon ilitoka out of the market. Sikujua paka like 1 month ago. Flugon is out of the market. Watu wenye wanauzia Flugon ni old stock wanauzia, but Flugon it's been banned. It's been banned, it's no longer in the market and all that. Kuna dawa mpya za homa wanapeana. Zinakaa Flagyl. My God, msiwe ugua homa. Zinatestika Flagyl. They are terrible, terrible, terrible. They are the worst medicine you can even take. Zinakaa tu Flagyl. Haziko coated. I finished a whole pack of it, and I'm still feeling like, you know what? I'm still feeling sickish. Is that even a word? Yes, I feel niko na homa bado. Nimekataa kupona. So I don't want to sit here, then Kalash. Yeah, I'll just go to the hospital and get checked properly. But I will see you on Friday's class. We'll talk about the cover letter. We'll talk about the CV. If you want to be part of the cold calling class, we will have those classes on the 24th and the 25th. And if you want the headsets, by the new batch of headsets zimefika. I sold the last headset on Jana, but the new batch imefika. So we have like 20 headsets. If you want to get the headsets, they are 2,650. I don't really like sell them. When I order a few things for myself, that's when I order them from Alibaba. So I just distribute the cost of ordering them among the headsets. For watu wenye wamepata headsets, kuna msee mwenye alipata headsets na akapata headset yake ijawaka. I work because all the people wenye nimetumia, hakuna mtu amei kurudi back akisema sijui headset yangu ijawaka. And I'm like, kwani, because I don't test all of them, I test like 5 before I send out. I don't test all of them. So kama umepata problem ya headset, you can let me know and all that. So I will see you all on Friday's class. It's a free class for everyone. Come prepared to know how to write your CV. Come prepared to know how to do your cover letter. For all the roles, it won't just be for the cold calling roles or working remote. And this CV, I will let you know on how to do the CV. What is it called? I will let you know how to do the CV when you are sending for jobs upper. The Kenyan CV that is required for the Kenyan roles, then I will tell you the remote one that you can use for the remote roles. There are a few things that changes, especially there are a few things that change when you are sending, maybe if it's these smaller positions, associate positions, entry-level positions, when you're sending to the Kenyan hiring managers, you are required to write out your, what is it called? You're required to write out your, you're required to write, nimekuwa na brain freeze. You're required to write out your referees if you're going in for an entry position or an associate position. But when you're going out for a managerial position, you are not required to write out your, what is it called, your referees. Those are some of the differences. But any role working remote, either the entry levels, either the whatever, if you're working remote, you're not required to write out your referees at all, and it's not advisable to even do that. Another thing that is not advisable when you're doing roles remotely is you're not required to write out your address, and because the address can be used to trace maybe your cards, and people, watu wanaweza kuosha mwosho mmoja, so you're not required to write out that. But when you are doing it, when you are sending it out physically, maybe you're sending to a company that you know, it's one of the requirements that you can write out. You can either write it out or you cannot write it out. But just to let you know, when you're sending a CV to maybe a company, maybe in Kenya, that is using an ATS software that is not remote, if you don't write your address, unatolewanga some a few marks, or the ATS inaweza kutupa nje sometimes, not all the time. So those are some of the requirements zenye nitawaambia zenye mtanini huko. Can I send my CV kwa email because the link is not found? Ina depend, unaona hapo kwa nini, wacha nini, unaona kwa hiyo Kryptonite, because honestly kuangalia kwa my nini, kwa my email iko jammed, there's a lot of things, so I'm just gonna go to Kryptonite and add the link on the bio so that it's easy for people to apply jobs on the link on the bio rather than kutuma hivyo itakusumbua kidogo. So thank you all for being here. I totally appreciate you. My mouth is so dry, I feel like I'm gonna die for a minute. So thank you all for being here. I will see you on Friday's class. Probably if I'll have the energy tomorrow, I'll come to this live, talk to you. And for the people that wanted to go to whatever, watu wenye walikuwa wanataka kuingia live na wanataka hivi screen what is it called? Wanataka kuweka hivi screen yao, I will do what is it called? I will do a mini video on how to do it. So, yep, see you all on Friday's class. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the flowers that you sent me. Thank you for liking and all that. I appreciate you. Have a good day.